Bwana asifiwe. Assalamu alaikum. Your Excellency, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, all the leaders that are here, His Excellency, the Ambassador of Qatar, the permanent principal secretaries, various officers, vijana walio hapa, ambao wengine weko tayari wamebeba mizigo ya kwenda safari vileo na wasalimu. Your Excellency, you know my style, it's chap. So I only have 6 points in that formula. Point number 1, I want to thank you very much for agreeing to come to this function and to also to be able to flag off this group that is going to Qatar after a really public recruitment. I also want to thank His Excellency the President for his brilliant idea of labor mobility and the way he's been able to support and push this move because it is essential for our economy. I want to thank also the organizers of this 1 week long, especially our young, energetic man, Dennis Itumbi, for the work that you've been done in the coordination. We don't take it for granted. Your efficiency is well known. 2, when I was appointed to this ministry, a day after I was sworn in to be the Minister for Labor, I wrote a letter to Qatar, and it was transmitted by His Excellency, the Ambassador, to my counterpart, Dr. Ali bin Said bin Samik Al-Mari, the Minister for Labor for Qatar, and invited him to come to Kenya so we can discuss opening up Qatar for professional and skilled labor, so that it's not just cleaners or people, who are going there. So we expanded. When he came, he offered us, when he met the President, a company that was ready to recruit 8,000 Kenyans to go to work in Qatar, including nurses and people of different categories. We had a very public recruitment here at KICC and also at Kabete National Polytechnic, organized very well by our PS for TVET. And we had a wonderful recruitment. The Ambassador of Qatar, thank you very much. I'll say you've been very, very supportive. We were able in the first round to recruit slightly over 3,000. And so since then, we've been processing documents. What usually happens, Your Excellency, is that you have to undertake medical. And some people pass, others fail. They are very cautious about chest diseases, but also about people who've been taking drugs. Because you go, they test your blood, they test all these things, and if you've been smoking bangi every once a week or so, it shows. So they don't want people who smoke marijuana in their country. They don't want drug takers in their country. So some people have actually been eliminated because they were taking drugs, yet they were very good, skilled people. Nobody in the world wants drug takers, etc. And then, Your Excellency, also, we had to get their visas all aligned. So today, I'm very happy that now we have started the move. We have visas, we have passports ready, we have air tickets, and the first batch that will be traveling from today to this weekend will be nearly 300 young men and women going to Qatar. And some of them are here with their families. Maybe you can stand up, the first cohort going to Qatar. Simameni wale walio hapa. And you can see they are very well dressed. They are all here, and others wako kule nyuma. So, asante. And some of them, wale wako nyuma pale wanunua mkono, they have come with their suitcases and their families. And after this, we'll ask you to take a photo with them, because at 1 o'clock, I'm escorting them to the airport to make sure wameenda wakiandanga, so that people know that this is real. We do expect that for the other ones, today we've received, I think, nearly 100 new visas for others. So the visas will now be coming every other day. So this will be a continuous process, people signing job offers, working on it and moving. There are new job offers that have come that have changed. There are people who had been hired to work as cleaners, whose job has changed to work as packers, to pack. It's the same job. So we'll have to be resigning. Some of you will be resigning, the ones traveling tomorrow and over the weekend. And Your Excellency, we are sending a crew with this team so that we can actually show them in Qatar, working in Qatar. Ndio watu wanaosema ni stories za jaba, wameze wembe. Number 3. Dennis Itumbi talked about something very important, about the whole aspect of commissions. Now, there are 2 aspects of employment. You see, these are not our jobs. These jobs are overseas. It's a company that decides, I want to hire Kenyans. When they say they want to hire Kenyans, some companies say, I will pay for onboarding of the Kenyan. I will pay for their ticket, I will pay for their medical, I'll pay for their transport, I'll pay for all these processes. Their job is just to get into the plane and come here, and I'll take care of them. Those are few. Majority say you want employment. If you're in Kisumu and want to be employed in Nairobi, the person who wants to employ you does not send you a ticket to come here. Unajilete, sindio? So in the same way they are saying, you come here. Now, Your Excellency, the government cannot recruit people. That is done through agencies that are recruited according to the law. So the recruitment agencies are the ones who know where to rush for medicals, where to do attestation of documents and all that. So these agencies are the ones now you work with to ensure that your documents are in order and to be able to travel. So when the agencies say this is the breakdown, they need to give you a breakdown of how much it costs you for your ticket, everything, plus a small agency fee for them to remain in office. So I hope you understand. So nobody, and this is very important, nobody is forcing you to go. Nobody is forcing you to pay. You make the choice. I went to Australia. They say they want nurses. They'll be paying them 500,000 shillings a month. But before you can become a nurse in Australia, before you go, they need you to do attestation, they need you to do exams. When you look at all those things plus the ticket of nearly $1,500, it comes to nearly 300,000 shillings just to go to Australia. The companies, they are not paying, but they say the job is here. Get everything done and you come. So it's good for you to understand that there are some that provide everything, others don't provide everything, and it's there. My job as a minister is to make sure that you're not conned. If you've paid a deposit and you failed your medicals, then you get back the remaining money that you need to get. You don't get conned, and you go back and you do your life. Maybe you change your mind after a while. You know, you find a beautiful girl, you decide, roho yangu, nyota yangu ni hii, sitaki kumwacha hapa, ataenda. So you say, I'm not traveling. I want to get married. I've got another job in Kenya. It's okay. They cut the medical fee, they cut their fee that they use to process you, and they give you back the rest of the money. So nobody will be conned under my watch. Number 4. There are all types of jobs that are available, Your Excellency. The other day I went to see off a group of 42 that are going to the Bahamas. Chefs, waiters, very good salaries at the Bahamas. And so we've got all kinds of jobs that are available. We currently going on right now at the TVET here, Nairobi Technical, no, the other one here, near Pangani, Kamukunji. Right now, they are interviewing people who are riders. Mtu wa boda boda, unapata kazi, you become a rider in Dubai, dropping packages and everything, and you make 100,000 shillings a month. That is going on. There is going to be an activity in Kilifi for the same. This morning, I got an offer. Somebody said they have 7,000 jobs of technical work. Plumbers, electricians, for Dubai. We'll be announcing that so that you give an opportunity to everybody. I will still go around the country, so I can go to every county, so people don't have to come to Nairobi to get jobs. We have some that will be in Nairobi because of ease and the speed, because the 7,000, they need them before the end of the year. We have to do them in a central place, but others will be going last. Your Excellency, as we hired these people, Qatar, in the list that they gave us, some of the people that were hired, 23 have been banned because they went to Qatar before and they broke the law. So whatever you do follows you. So those, they're actually drivers. We have now to tell them, sorry, you cannot travel. You're not wanted in Qatar. They just sent us the list. The ambassador here organized with the ministry, and we just recruited 200 police officers for Qatar. And they are just doing their security check. By the end of this month, they'll be going to Qatar to work as police officers, making good money in Qatar. 5, as I get to the end. There's this talk about brain gain versus brain drain. When people leave the country and go overseas, they're not going to stay there. They'll come back. They're actually gaining skills. When you go to Germany, for example, or you go to England and you're working as a technician, you are gaining skills that we don't have in our country, or even better way of doing things. So when you come here, you are actually bringing better ideas that we have not seen before. How to do things better. If you go to Qatar, Qatar has very high standards, very first world country. You find that hii madhogodhani unaweka gypsum vibaya, vitu naeka vibaya, autataki. You'll come back with discipline of how to do your things. The polytechnics, the TVETs are usually adjusting their curriculum to fit the international standard that has been required by Qatar, Saudi, and other nations. So we are actually gaining when people go overseas. And we have very many people out here. We have over 5.4 million Kenyans who can work if they got an opportunity to work. We can't absorb all of them. When a few go overseas, it doesn't mean that we are losing anything in our country, because we have more professionals, people who are trained, than we actually can absorb in our economy. So they go, but the gap is not there. But they go and come back with new ideas. So wale naysayers, wanapiga mdomo, wanasema hii iwezekani, nitakwambia inawezekana. And this will happen. Wacha wale wanataka kwenda waende. Wewe funga mdomo, kaa hapo na hiyo pesa yako na kazi yako, because the ones complaining about people going overseas, yeye yuko kazini. Na hajui wewe uko nyumbani umesota. Wewe mwambiwe nyamaza, kaa nyumbani, wacha sisi tujitafutie haki yetu, tuende ngambo, tutarudi, tuendelee kujenga taifa. Na tujenga taifa tukiwa huko, tukituma pesa. And lastly, point number 6, Your Excellency, mbele iko sawa. It is now my pleasure to invite a gentleman and a leader that I really respect, a man who follows that Chinese adage that say, tread softly but carry a big stick. Your Excellency, Honorable His Excellency Kithure Kindiki, let's all be upstanding and welcome His Excellency to give us a few words of wisdom. Karibu.